Jin is leaving the military. Fans are criticizing HYBE. BigHit apologizes. BTS was harmed. And will BTS be able to save HYBE? Watch till the end to find out more. Jin is eagerly anticipating his upcoming release from military service, which is set for June 12th. His fans are equally excited, having eagerly awaited his return. The very next day after his discharge, Jin has planned to host a special event to reconnect with his fans. The event is part of the celebrations for 2024 Festa and will take place at the Jamsil Indoor Sports Stadium on June 13th. Fans wishing to attend can apply for a spot. The gathering is structured in 2 segments. The first, titled Jin's Greetings, will extend over 3 hours and provide fans with a rare opportunity for a meet-and-greet session. Jin himself expressed a desire for this segment to include the possibility of light hugs, although alternatives like handshakes will be available for those who prefer it due to personal or religious reasons. The second segment will be a significant moment as it marks the end of a series of messages Jin has been sharing monthly during his enlistment. This concluding message will be about an hour long and is set to be broadcast live, accessible through a paid streaming service. This part of the event allows fans who cannot attend in person to still share in the moment. In summary, Jin previously mentioned how much he looks forward to reuniting with his fans, describing his own excitement and plans for the event that includes personal greetings and a concluding message, wrapping up a series of communications he maintained throughout his service time. BigHit Music recently announced the upcoming activities for Jin as he nears the end of his military service. This news has stirred significant discussion among fans, particularly concerning one of the planned activities, a paid live stream event. This decision to charge for the live stream has sparked controversy among ARMYs, as it is a first for BTS. Many fans are disappointed, viewing this as a shift towards the more commercial practices typical of other K-pop agencies, which often seek to monetize interactions between idols and their fans. Some fans expressed concerns that this move contradicts Jin's own values, which have generally leaned away from excessive commercialization. While some justify the decision as a protective measure to shield Jin from potentially negative comments during the ongoing boycott, or to control the narrative during sensitive times, others argue that it casts the artist in a negative light. This theory of over-monetization is further linked by some to HYBE's financial struggles, citing substantial losses reported by its subsidiaries like HYBE America, HYBE XUMG, Weverse, and HYBE IM. Each of these reported losses exceeding approximately $3.6 million in the first quarter of 2024. The majority of fans, regardless of their stance on the boycott or other issues, are critical of this strategy, suggesting that HYBE is prioritizing profit maximization over its previously more fan-centric approach. This has led to a widespread outcry across the fan base, signaling a potential clash between corporate strategies and community values. BigHit Music has issued an apology following the backlash over the application guidelines for the upcoming fan event, featuring Jin after his military discharge. The controversy began after the company, on June 2nd, updated the application rules for Jin's event through their Weverse account. The event, scheduled for June 13th at the Jamsil Indoor Stadium in Seoul, is designed to be a special gathering during the annual Festa celebrations. It will include 2 parts: Jin's Greetings, where 1,000 fans will have the chance to hug Jin, and a segment showcasing various beloved moments of Jin. Originally, BigHit Music stated that only fans who purchased albums such as Proof, The Astronaut, Indigo, and several others from the Weverse shop between June 2nd and June 6th would be eligible to apply for the event. This led to frustrations among ARMYs, particularly those who had previously purchased these albums, as they felt unfairly compelled to buy again to qualify. Additionally, the mechanism that increased applicants' chances based on the number of albums purchased was seen as promoting excessive spending. In response to the feedback, BigHit Music expressed regret over the initial vague guidelines and oversight in not setting detailed criteria beforehand. They committed to revising the application rules to fairly include both recent and previous purchasers of the albums. They stated, "We apologize for the previous unclear notice and our failure to set detailed application criteria in advance. We will revise the criteria to include both those who purchased after the offline event notice was posted on the Weverse shop detail page and those who had previously purchased albums from the Weverse shop. We will carefully discuss and announce the detailed plan as soon as possible. We will do our best putting the event together, so that Jin's heartfelt sentiments can be conveyed to the fans. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused and ask for your continued support and interest in Jin's offline event on June 13th. This statement was part of their effort to address the concerns raised by fans and ensure the event remains a joyful celebration for all attendees. This week, Jungkook is set to release a new song as a tribute to their fans, according to a statement by BigHit Music on Monday. The song, titled Never Let Go, is scheduled for release this Friday and was announced through the band's official social media accounts and the K-pop fan community platform, Weverse. In Never Let Go, Jungkook will express his deep appreciation for the unwavering support he receives from the band's fandom. The song's core message, relayed by the agency, is about holding on tightly to the connections and relationships valued by both him and the fans. The release of Never Let Go is a highlight of the 2024 Festa, an annual celebration organized by BTS to mark the anniversary of their debut on June 13th. This festival, which started Sunday and will continue through June 13th, is eagerly anticipated by fans, especially this year as they await the return of the BTS members currently fulfilling their mandatory military service duties. Jin, the first of the BTS members to enlist, is expected to be discharged on June 12th. He plans to greet fans in person the next day at an event at the Seoul Sports Complex, the main venue for this year's festival. Amid an ongoing public disagreement between Adore CEO Min Hee-jin and the parent company HYBE, a representative from HYBE has recently addressed the possibility of reconciliation. During a recent press conference, Min Hee-jin expressed her readiness to mend relations with HYBE. However, HYBE's stance appears to differ significantly. A HYBE spokesperson clarified the company's position on the matter, indicating that HYBE is not prepared to compromise and is looking to resolve the issues through police investigations or related legal proceedings. This response underscores the ongoing tension between the two parties. The conflict has reached a critical point, with HYBE attempting to remove Min Hee-jin from her role as CEO of the new jeans label, Adore. Despite these efforts, a court has granted an injunction preventing HYBE from legally terminating her without compensation. In the meantime, HYBE has taken steps to restructure Adore's leadership by dismissing 2 board members and appointing 3 new ones. Public reactions to this dispute have been varied. One internet user commented on the situation, criticizing Min Hee-jin's seemingly optimistic view of the conflict's resolution as depicted during her press conference. The commenter suggested that resolving the issues would not be as straightforward as Min Hee-jin hoped, hinting at a potentially lengthy and complicated legal battle ahead. This perspective reflects a broader skepticism about the simplicity of resolving such corporate disputes, especially when significant allegations and legal actions are involved. At a recent press conference, Adore's CEO, Min Hee-jin, addressed the emotional impact of ongoing feuds and rumors on popular K-pop groups including BTS, LE SSERAFIM, and ILIT. A journalist raised a question regarding the emotional distress these artists have experienced due to public disputes and circulating rumors. Min Hee-jin responded thoughtfully, extending the concern to include new jeans, suggesting that the controversy affects everyone involved, not just the artist mentioned. She emphasized her own humanity and relatedness to the situation, recounting a poignant remark from one of the Adore members that highlighted public perceptions, which sometimes disregard her human aspects. Min Hee-jin expressed a desire to shift the narrative away from specific individuals to a broader perspective that encompasses all parties, including journalists. She advocated for an end to discussions that could potentially harm those involved, proposing that silence on these matters might be more considerate. To truly mend the emotional scars left by these conflicts, she recommended seeking compromise and engaging in constructive dialogues to pave a path forward. On June 3rd, it came to light that BTS's Jimin was honored with the title of Special Warrior, Special Grade Soldier, following his impressive performance at the Korea Combat Training Center. Reports indicate that Jimin achieved the highest scores in various assessments such as physical strength, military training, service attitude, and skills after completing the training. Jimin was seen in several photos taken on May 2nd in Wonju, where he was captured atop military tanks along with other soldiers. He began his mandatory military service on December 12, 2023, together with fellow BTS member Jungkook. After finishing 5 weeks of basic training, he was recognized as the top trainee in his division and received the honor of exemplary with commendation from the chief of the division. This recognition during his training period not only granted him a month early promotion, but also 4 nights of vacation. Subsequently, Jimin was assigned to the 5th Infantry Division to continue his service. Completing the rigorous KCTC training, which is considered one of the toughest in the Republic of Korea Army and Marine Corps, Jimin not only topped his class, but also secured a 2-month early promotion to the rank of corporal. The KCTC training, which began on April 11th and concluded on April 23rd, involves about 2,000 soldiers. It features a scientific combat training system that utilizes electronic equipment and simulated combat scenarios to closely mimic real combat conditions. Participants, including the 5th Division's artillery, information and communication devices, tanks, engineers, and air defense companies, undergo intensive preparation for 3 to 4 weeks. During the training, soldiers face challenging conditions, including climbing rugged terrains and nighttime exercises. A unique aspect of the training includes a sensor attached to each soldier's arm to monitor hit rates during simulated combat, indicating the frequency and severity of hits received. Only 10% of participants are distinguished with the title of Special Warrior, a prestigious recognition that Jimin has now earned. Since the announcement, fans have flooded social media with messages of support and pride, celebrating Jimin's achievements with phrases highlighting his success as not only the best rookie in his division, but also as a Special Warrior, a title bestowed on only a select few within the unit. The issue of safety for idols at airports has recently been spotlighted due to an incident involving the HYBE group and team during their departure to Japan from Gimpo Airport. This situation has reignited discussions among fans about the frequent chaos surrounding idols as they travel for international engagements. As and team approached the passport control at the airport, a large crowd began to gather, with some fans attempting to push closer to the members. This scene was captured in a video that has since circulated online, raising concerns and anger among netizens. The area past passport control is typically restricted to passengers with boarding passes, yet it appeared that some individuals, presumed to be fans, had bypassed normal restrictions to get closer to the group or to take photos. Fortunately, security personnel were present to prevent these individuals from continuing to intrude on the members. Although it has not been confirmed whether these individuals were Sasaeng fans, the possibility alarmed many. The situation led to widespread concern among fans for the safety of and team members, fearing that some had managed to book the same flight or gain access to restricted airport areas. The incident gained particular traction on social media platforms, including X, where the original poster expressed their shock by stating they were so scared that they shouted. The reaction among Japanese netizens was notably strong, reflecting the group's popularity in Japan. While there was considerable upset over the incident, there was also commendation for the security team's handling of the situation, highlighting their effectiveness in managing the distressing circumstances. Sasaeng fans, known for their extreme devotion and disregard for the privacy of K-pop idols, have often targeted BTS. Despite their global popularity, the scrutiny and lack of privacy can be overwhelming, making it difficult for them to move about freely without attracting excessive attention. ARMYs generally respects the group's need for privacy during their personal time. However, some fans, particularly Sasaengs who seek negative attention, frequently invade this privacy, prompting BTS and their management company, BigHit Music, to take legal actions against such intrusive behaviors. During a Weverse live session, Jungkook discussed his discomfort with fans gathering outside his gym, expressing gratitude for their support, but stressing the importance of respecting his private time. He mentioned that he prefers to connect with fans through live streams on Weverse whenever he misses them, rather than having them seek him out during personal activities. A serious breach of privacy involved an employee of South Korea's railway operator Korail, who misused his access to confidential information by tracking BTS member RM's travel details. This issue became public when RM shared a news article about the violation on his Instagram story. Following a thorough investigation, the employee was dismissed. V also shared his experiences during a V Live broadcast in 2019, revealing that fans had purchased the same flight tickets as BTS in an attempt to encounter them, leading to the group's decision to use private jets and exclusive airport exits to maintain their privacy. In another instance, Jimin and J-Hope, while in the United States for a performance, experienced disruptions during a V-Live session due to continuous calls from unknown numbers. Jimin directly addressed the Sasaengs during the broadcast, asking them to refrain from calling and interrupting the session. Additionally, Suga revealed in a behind-the-scenes video for a Run BTS episode that he was considering changing his phone number due to receiving unsolicited and disturbing texts from unknown sources, suggesting that his personal contact information had been compromised by Sasaengs. BTS is playing a pivotal role amid ongoing corporate disputes within the entertainment giant. As HYBE grapples with challenges involving one of its subsidiaries, BTS members are stepping in, potentially swaying public sentiment and supporting their company's standing. Jungkook, the youngest member of BTS, is set to release a new digital single titled Never Let Go on June 7th. This song will be available on HYBE's global fandom platform, Weverse, and the band's official social media channels. The song aims to express Jungkook's gratitude towards BTS's fandom, known as ARMY, emphasizing the theme of enduring connection and mutual support. This release is part of the 2024 Festa, an annual celebration by BTS to mark the anniversary of their debut on June 13th. Simultaneously, Jin, the eldest member, is preparing for a significant engagement with fans. Scheduled for June 13th, just a day after his discharge from military service, Jin will meet with 1,000 fans in Seoul. This event coincides with the 2024 Festa, adding to the celebratory atmosphere. Jin is also planning to release a new solo album shortly after his return. Further adding to the group's forthcoming activities, J-Hope is anticipated to be discharged from the military in October and will then resume his music career. Music critic Lim Hee-yeon commented on the strategic importance of BTS's active return to the music scene amid HYBE's internal conflicts. He noted that the resurgence of BTS members from military service and their new releases could positively shift public opinion towards HYBE, especially during its dispute with Min Hee-jin. Before the rise of NewJeans, BTS was the leading intellectual property boosting HYBE's success. Lim suggested that BTS's comeback might not only bolster HYBE's public image, but also strengthen its influence over its 7 music subsidiaries, which have felt the impact of the Adore controversy. He concluded that HYBE's strategic planning likely incorporates these factors to maintain and enhance its position within the industry.